This sound like a trill ass hit, you figured it me? I'm talking cash. Oh, free hot. Ayy, see, I just want $1 million cash in my bank account. I wake up dreaming of M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking of millions. I gotta think for the Benjamins. Hit the scene and we was killing them. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking of M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking of millions. I gotta think for the Benjamins.
Yo, the Ventriloquist, what's good, man?
What's good, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing alright, man.
You living good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You alright?
Chilling, breathing.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, for the people who don't know about the Ventriloquist, you know, and where he comes from, the message that he wants to bring to, you know, to music, you know what I'm saying? As far as your outlook on who the Ventriloquist is, can you enlighten the people? You know, can you give them a little idea, man?
You know, I'm just a regular guy, and the Ventriloquist is, you know, kind of like, you know, the entity behind the dummy, you know, the man behind the dummy. You know, as far as like, you know, when I'm doing music, there's a lot of things that happen, like, you know, vibes I catch. You feel me? That's, you know, that's like, you know, symbolizing, you know, the person behind the doll. You know, everybody's paying attention to the doll, but really it's the person behind that doll. You feel me? That's doing everything. You know, which is shout out to my brain. Shout out brain. You feel me? But you know, it really get deep. It really get deep, man. But you know, we're gonna say that for another time. And but you know, the message through that I just want to bring is just, you know, hip hop. I just speak about real everyday life experiences and, you know, past stories or, you know, recent stories. You know. And just, you know, just try to stay true to the culture.
So as far as up and coming music goes, right? The 5074 EP that you're getting ready to release is that your first official mixtape?
To be honest, nah, man. I dropped something that was called Pimp, acronym for Paycheck in My Pocket. I dropped that like 2014, but I'm treating this one. You know, I got one on the way called 5074. Treating this one like my very first, my mixtape, my debut. Cause the first one, when I came down here and I did them 13 songs in like 30 days. You feel me? And just, you know, I was rushing and shit. You know, I was down here fresh, wanted to be heard and sing like that. So I put it out. Didn't have the right promotion, or it didn't have no visuals, or I didn't even really have, you know, I was just trapping. You feel me? I wasn't even, you know, ready to even start doing music. I should have just been continuing, just, you know, just perfecting my craft and making songs and things, but it didn't go right the first time. So 2017 now, you feel me? And you know, I released that though to North Carolina, but it's 2017 now. I got a little fan base in Atlanta too. I know some people out here, and you know, so now I'ma just knock both fan bases down at the same time, trying to kill two birds with one stone. You know, and it's gonna be produced by High Con. It might be produced by Hazy, I don't know yet. You feel me? You know, like by High Con. You know, it's gonna be produced by High Con. You know, and it will be available on iTunes, Spinrilla, maybe Amazon, but definitely iTunes and Spinrilla. And y'all can catch this around late November.
So, for the ones who don't know, Jones County. What is Jones County to you?
Jones County, that's my hometown, man. I'm from Trenton. It's a town so small it ain't even got a hospital. You feel me?
Ain't even got a hospital. Everybody got a hospital, man.
Nah, Trenton ain't got no hospital.
God, no, that shit got to be small, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the 252, man.
252.
A lot of people think I'm from the 910, but you know, I just rep the 910 hard. I'm really from Trenton.
As far as this music goes, man, how long you been rapping, man?
Shit, man. I've been rapping.
So it's how long have you been doing music? How long have you been a musician?
I've been a musician damn near all my life. You know, as far as, you know, music being a part of my life since probably I was about, like, I'm 24 now. I say since I was it's been about 10, 12 years since I had a knack for music.
Who are some of your, with music-wise, who are some of your biggest influences? Of course, you know, they always got to ask, like, who are some of the cats that you looked up to in the game that made you be like, you know what, that's what I want to do. I want to, you know I can kill this shit. If they can do it, I know I can. You know what I'm saying? That could be me.
I mean, I'd say the first people I ever heard rap was Jadakiss and Styles P. Those my two. Got to give it up to them guys. You feel me? Daggone those. I mean, they're just the best bar for bar. You feel me? In the game. You feel me? Real life. You feel me? Off the mic, on the mic. You feel me? Them niggas just. You feel me? They solid. You feel me? A lot of cats like Damian Marley. You know J. Cole.
Cold
think I just
world.
said I think I just said Styles P. I don't know if I said Styles P. They're my favorite rappers, but you know those are the first ones. They're responsible for why I rap. You feel me? But my favorite artist today would be J. Cole, which is a major influence, and Drizzy, which is one of the greatest songwriters. But my favorite artist is J. Cole. You know.
You know, has music always been a part of your life? You know, like how's that journey with your music been coming along so far?
I mean, music is responsible for the reason why I'm still alive right now, I would say. But the journey is coming along pretty straight, you know. I'm still surrounded by all of my day ones, you feel me? Most of the people I work with on a day-to-day basis are people who I've been working with for the past 10 years. No matter if we may have veered off on different paths, you know, the journey has brought us along the same path at this moment, you know. So I like to shout out God for that, you feel me?
Now, as far as the music, what have been some of the ups and what have been some of the downs that you have faced, you know, on this path to actually trying to, you know, the music stardom?
I say one of the biggest mistakes I made is not knowing the business aspect of this business, because music is this industry. Music is not a business. Music is part of the business. You feel me? The industry is a business. You feel me? There's paperwork. There's things behind the scenes that you need to know about and need to utilize to be able to own yourself. And so, you know, you have a quote-unquote safe journey along along the quote-unquote road to riches and, you know, the road to success.
Yeah. Who would you like to sign with, or who would be a big influence on your music, the next step in the music career?
I say off gate, I like what DJ Khaled is doing. I like his motivation. But you know, I really think he might be focused on him now. You know, he's building his brand. Not for, you know, weed smoking purposes, but you know, I would definitely fuck with Wiz Khalifa. Because he has such an independent grind, and you know, he's built everything from the ground up, and I've been watching his journey from day one. And Wiz Khalifa is a great businessman. And Rick Ross is also a great businessman as well. I would like to work with Ross, so I would do business with either one of them as far as, you know, whatever it be, you know, signed to a label or whatever business it may be, whether it's not be signed, if any type of business. Those are good businessmen in my eyes.
Now I see you mention independent. How do you feel about the independent ground? Because you know there's a lot of artists out here right now that's getting it independently, so to speak. But you know it's working for them right now. Like, what's your outlook on that as well?
I mean, the independent route, man. I think, you know, the game has changed. You know, a lot of people used to need labels and things like that. But you know, we're in the age of information right now, so it's like a lot of people use the internet. You feel me? They can, you know, sell a million records off their iPhone. You feel me? So it's like a lot of people don't really need major labels. You know, so a lot of people are doing independent labels, and you know that saves. You know, that makes sure you get your money and stuff like that. You know, just people just starting to, you know, run along the lines of being an entrepreneur lately. I mean, nowadays. You feel me?
Hey. Oh, okay, I'm troublesome. And fuck a bitch, I ain't got left for one. I'm all about my dollar. I always seem to keep one up and them. I'm talking cash. Look what I smoke, that costs a bag.
This new right here?
Yeah, man, that's that, you know, that's that troublesome remix. You know. I had to do that. You feel me? If you listen to the original song, Pac be talking cash, and Pac is a rebel, and I like being a rebel. You feel me? I love it. I mean,
like being a rebel.
I just like the whole shit about what he was standing for and speaking about, talking about in trouble.
Yeah, now Pac and Pac and Big, those are two big influences on the hip hop community. It's like, well, it's always the debate about who's better, Pac or Big, but I mean, it's kind of hard. In my opinion, they had their own lanes. They both were great in their own way. So, but what do you feel about that?
I think Pac is better, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this quick.
Oh, you think Pac is better?
I think Pac is better.
Okay.
Because Pac could sell 5 million albums in 2 months, and it took Biggie 2 years to sell 5 million. And I'm not even saying just by the numbers, but I mean, facts is facts. But Biggie was a phenomenal rapper, and he is one of the greatest alive to do it. And one album, but there's a true story behind all that. Biggie was just a street rapper. He used to talk about the streets. He had that shit mastered. You feel me? Biggie was a great rapper. I'm not taking nothing from Biggie. But what somebody added on to Biggie was how Biggie talk about the females. Pac was going through some shit with a contract, the way he was getting out of something, and Diddy was coming up with some new shit. And and Pac was just like on some shit like he didn't need him or whatever, but he trying to fuck with Diddy or whatever. But he in the studio and shit, working with Biggie Smalls and shit like that, you feel me? He was in there with Big, like, yo, you gotta daggone, start talking to these females too, you feel me? So daggone, he in there helping Big with his shit or whatever, not really rapping and shit for him. I ain't saying he's spitting the nigga bars, but he just telling them.
Like giving them helping them out concepts.
You gotta talk to these ladies and shit too, you feel me? And then that's what made Biggie Smalls, because you see Biggie, he needed something else, besides just, he needed a way to smooth in with the ladies, so it's like.
What do you think about the Illuminati? Is that shit real?
I mean, I don't even know, to be honest. I mean, they say it's real. I mean, this shit that happened, this shit that happened that sometimes, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, but
is it?
I don't know. And yeah, man. I mean, they say it means the enlightened ones. I'm enlightened about some things, so maybe I might be in the Illuminati. You feel me? You just
Oh
never
man,
know.
don't say that.
But you would never know who's in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And if you've asked somebody, they would say they didn't know anyway. So it'd be no use.
It would be no use, motherfuckers. It's very secretive. It's a secret to society.
It's a
You
secret
better not
society.
speak of it.
I mean, the power of the tongue is real, man. Sometimes I gotta watch what I say in my music, and I try to do that as good as possible, because some things, not, you don't speak really everything into existence, but the tongue is a double-edged sword, boy. And the power of the tongue is real, the power of the mind is real, and sometimes I attain spiritual contention. You feel me? Like, I'm able to be content and happy and be able to just be in that's where I find my peace.
Mm-hmm.
It's the music.
It's
like fucking a cherry on top of a big ass motherfucking Lucky Charms milkshake from Burger King right now. Okay.
So growing up, were you like an only kid?
Yeah, no. I'm the youngest of 5 that my mom had, and my dad had other kids, as well after that. I mean, I got like, there's Tiffany, Nikki, Reggie, Vonnie, me, Andrew, Alex, rest in peace to my twin little brothers. Then my next 2 twin little brothers who came, they use the same names, Andrew and Alex. Now, I got, another little sister on the way. My daddy just, found out he was having a baby. It's crazy how my kids is older than, my little sister that's on the way. But, then I got a sister in New York. I was born for me and a brother in New York, too. You feel me? So it's like a lot of us.
Out of all your siblings, are you the only one that, do music as well?
Yeah, I'm the only one who pursues it as a career. But I got, my brothers Reggie and Javon, you know, they got some shit. They done dropped bars before. You feel me? But you know, I think music is in everybody's blood. But as far as rapping, you know, and I think I'm the only one who does that.
One of your sisters sing as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, my sister Tiffany be singing on the low ski. She does that. You know,
You gonna put her out there?
And she be singing on the low ski, man. You feel me? Yeah. She remind me of Erykah Badu. That's one of her greatest influences.
So nigga, you just don't only rap, you actually dance as well. And how long y'all been doing that?
I mean, I don't dance no more. You feel me? I mean, I still got shit in the tank. You feel me? Sometimes when I go out with the homies, we might hit an after-hour spot. You feel me? I might crank shit up. You feel me? But you know, my brother Javon, he the goat with that shit. You feel me? Man, I've been doing that shit since about 12, man. But my brother Javon was always nicer. So I said, I'm gonna find something that I'm the nicest at. And that's why my homeboy Vontae dropped this beat by Ja Rule called Clapback. And I tried to freestyle, and I couldn't spit more than 2 bars. I couldn't. I ain't know nothing about writing no bars. Couldn't freestyle more than 2 bars. And I said, fuck it. And I picked up a motherfucking pencil and a piece of paper. And I started writing 2004 in the 6th grade. Started recording about 07, 08, 2009, 2010, you feel me? You know, shit like that. High school, about 9th, 10th grade. That's when I started really taking my pen game kind of serious. But, you know, I was from a small city, so I didn't even think about, you know, pursuing it big and nothing like that. I was just like, you know, rapping for the homies. But I knew I was nice and shit, though, you feel me? Like, at least I knew I could be. You know, I was going to get better and get better. And then now, they tell me I'm good, so I'm just good with that.
Can you recall your first time in the actual studio? What was it like? What was the vibe of actually being in the studio recording for your first time?
The first time in my studio, man, I believe we was at this nigga named Valentine Crib, you feel me? My nigga Shy D, free Shy D, you feel me? My nigga Shy D, my nigga Slizzy, my nigga Boo. Dude, we had this group called GIB. And mine, you know, they had been doing this, whatever, you know, for a minute. And so we slide up in the studio, whatever. You know, they got a studio. You know, arcade games, shit everywhere, TVs and shit, a booth just like this one right here. You know, so we in there, whatever, and, you know, we drop some shit. You feel me? And this nigga tells me that I suck, basically, and I'm off beat. You feel me? He might have been right back then. I don't know. You feel me? But
yeah.
You know, and that just only made me motivated. You know, here I am today, and I got bars.
Have you been in contact with this or been back to that studio ever since?
No, I ain't been back to that studio ever since.
You said Free or Shy D, was Shy D his name? Who was that?
Shy D, man, that's one of my closest homies, man. That's part of the A1 Day 1 committee. You feel me? Shit, man, that's the homie, man. That's he one of the reasons I'm nice too, man. Long nights in the Jakes, you feel me, sitting on the stairs, whether it be trapping, you feel me, we at my mama's crib, you feel me, studio in the back room, you feel me, Slizzy on the daggone boards, engineering shit, you feel me, damn, you know, he really daggone made a lot of shit happen, you feel me, he responsible for really putting everything together, even though it was just at my mama's crib, that's just what we recorded that, but bro, he responsible for, you know, programs and, you know, showing niggas how to work hard and you know, even linking me up with Shy D too, you feel me, because I was in a grade lower than them, you feel me, they was in a grade above me and shit, you feel me, so, you know, but we ended up daggone, you know, that's who I really created, you know, the flow with, you feel me, like, you know, the way that I rap today and shit like that, and, you know, the whole Jadakiss Styles people, that's, you know, coincidentally, the niggas who we just listened to on our own, you feel me, then found out each other was listening to them niggas, started doing music and shit, anything from skipping school, just on the block trapping and shit, you feel me? We doing music, freestyling, beating off our chest, banging on the steps, whatever the fucking case may be. And we just perfecting the craft, you feel me, as young niggas.
Facts, that means it sounds like that music has always been a part a part of y'all life since y'all were young.
Yeah.
Now, you said the Plaz. What is the Plaz?
Shit, the Plaz, man. That's my neighborhood, you feel me? That's the neighborhood I grew up in. You know, the projects right down Plaza Drive, off of Carmen Avenue. You know, anybody on the east side of North Carolina, 910 know about the Plaz, you feel me? So, I ain't gonna get, you know, Plaz speak for itself, you feel me? You can do your research. So that going. You know, but that's just the influence, man. That's everything I was seeing on an everyday basis, you feel me? Just a hood, you feel me? A hood that, you know, shit, Section 8, you feel me?
You said Eastern North Carolina. That's so you're from out East North Carolina. What brought you all the way here to Atlanta?
Shit, man. Really the music, man. Opportunities, big opportunities, man. You know, bigger city, which is, you know, I would feel like, you know, there's big opportunities, you know. It's just bigger than where I came from, you know, but I still go back home. I ain't been home in a minute. This probably the longest I've never been, you know, away from home since I moved to Atlanta. You know, I ain't been home in like a couple months. But I used to go every other week. But, you know, just that's the vision behind the lyrics of everything I talk about.
What's the difference between the music scenes between the two? Like, because, you know, as far as being Jacksonville, East North Carolina, that's like a smaller market. You know, than actually, you know, out here in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a smaller market. And Atlanta got more opportunities as far as, like, if you trying to go somewhere, you feel me? But if I'm, like, you know, trying to find that zone and organic, shit, in the video having a cypher with my homies, shit, that shit don't never get old, you feel me? For real, for real.
Started from the ciphers.
Yeah, it started from the ciphers, you feel me? And the snugs snapping, and the Plaz snapping, for real, though. Always second building on the right. Niggas know about that. 128, 109, any building. You feel me? Any building, really. On the Deli Court, you feel me? Whole strip, Nauru, Sandy Run. You feel me? We everywhere with it.
With music, if you could have any chance to work with one artist, anybody in the industry, who would that be?
I say Ross, because one day I just might say some shit that I think deserve a and I just need him to go in there and just drop that thing. And when I put it out, a lot of people gonna laugh they fucking ass off, because that shit gonna be hard as fuck. Lil Wayne, because he's a genius. He's a genius at what he does. Drake, he's one of the greatest songwriters. J. Cole is one of the best artists, all around artists. And I would like to work with Lady Gaga.
That's different.
I would like to work with Lady Gaga, for real. Come in tune and shit, man. Like, you know, I be trying to play the guitar and shit, you know, every once in a while. And piano. She make good music too. And her style weird and shit, like Missy Elliott, how that used to be, like, you know, she just different. You know, I like that. Let's see.
Hey, how's it going?
Say hey. This is Soleil, everybody. This is my daughter.
She is not messing with it.
And don't believe that either, y'all. Don't believe that. But yeah, this is my baby, man. She got a little brother named Sage. Her name is Soleil Marlon McClain. Brother named Sage Marlon McClain. You know, he my babies. I feel for him.
You think she might take after you with the music?
Yeah, man. She's very, very in tune with her musical soul. You know, that's why I call her Soul Lay. You can go watch Golden Bear. Say interview over with for me. Just tell the camera bye one time. I wanted to catch you saying bye. Hey, do one thing for Daddy. Daddy will get you. I let you have my bag of chips upstairs. Can you do that for me? You want my bag of chips? Say goodbye, world. That's my monster right there now. Yeah, man, she pretty, but she got an attitude like a monster. Come on, girl.
Bye, Soleil.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, world.
So, if you could give your fans one reason to go out and get your music, your album, what would that be? What would that be?
Shoot, you buy this album or you buy this EP, man, it just might save your life. I ain't even trying to daggone be funny, man. You know, you might just be like, shit, man, I ain't getting to that wreck because I was, you know, at home on the fucking computer downloading D new shit. You feel me? And shit, just buy it, man. It might save your life. You feel me? Music saves lives, and that's what I stand by. And I make some of the best of it, in my opinion.
Hey, this sound like a trill ass hit, you figured it me? I'm talking cash. Oh, free hot. Hey, see, I just want $1 million cash in my bank account. I wake up dreaming of M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the millions. I gotta think in the Benjamins. Hit the scene and we was killing them. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the millions. I gotta think for them Benjamins. Hit the scene and we be killing them. I'm out here chasing chicken like the immigrants. The game turned us into businessmen. I came to kill the game after I sentenced it. I really came about the gutter, that why you can hear the pain in all my sentences. Part of a line, but now I ain't sensitive. I can show you where the road to riches is. I can teach you how to build a pyramid. This for the block, all night we don't stop. We keep going till the morning, it's 4:48 on the clock. Ooh, we got the formula, killer competition. Whip it up straight out the pot in mama kitchen. It's a million ways to earn a ticket, but lately my main concern been on the vision. I'm talking cash, I can show you how to circulate a bag. And I got it off Splash, probably why they nigga mad. Mama, don't you worry, I got this in the bag. Been drippin' sauce, got a lot of that. I'm at the W chillin', bitches asking where the powder at. I'm talking white like the sand in the hourglass. Ain't no smiling when I pull up, bitch, I'm mad. I got cash, yellow diamonds, told my Cuban, shake that ass, make 'em mad. Might just rehydrate your dough to no ADD, bitch, I'm focused. Hung a mirror on my stove to watch myself play out that water. Cash in my bank account. I wake up dreaming of M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the millions. I gotta think for the Benjamins. Hit the scene and we be killing them. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the millions. I gotta think for the Benjamins.
Went from money to about to had the cash in my bank account. When he say he talking cash, that's the only fucking thing that we thinking about. But my credit used to be fucked up till I opened a bank account. Then I moved in a rich white neighborhood with porcelain sinks in the house. Fuck you niggas talking about, bitch, I be so immaculate when I be stacking it up. Bitches on driven, I'ma be backing it up. I sell my wrist cause a Harvard scholarship with 2 double bags of bitches in the back of the truck. Keep my hand on the slump just in case a motherfucker wanna muscle up. Nowadays got a double team and keep the nigga cause niggas don't knuckle up. From the time that I stuck off the porch, I knew in my mind it was all about cash. Keep it true with myself and avoiding mistakes of my dead homies who done paid. I live like a thug all my life. I've been a plug all my life. Used to show love all soft white. Get it wholesale.
See, I just want $1 million cash in my bank account. I wake up dreaming of M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the millions. I gotta think for the Benjamins. Hit the scene and we was killing them. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the M&M's. I went and planted a money seed. Grew a tree and talking Timberland. Cash in my bank account. I wake up thinking the millions. I gotta think for them Benjamins. Hit the scene and we be killing them.